The Business Cycle by Lauren, Brittney, and Brooke. Some of you might be asking, what is the business cycle? Well, we are going to be answering that question right now. The business cycle is a fluctuation in economic activity that an economy experiences over a period of time. It includes 4 phases, which are recession, trough, which is the lowest point, expansion, and peak, which is the highest point of the cycle. We will be taking you phase by phase in order to ensure you have an understanding of this magnificent topic. A recession is a phase in which the economy slows down, also known as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. A recession occurs when there is a decrease in customer purchasing, therefore resulting with an increase in unemployment and a high amount of businesses closing down. In Canada, if there is a decline in exports and construction, then there is a sign a recession might occur. But recessions don't always have to be a bad thing. Canada recently suffered 2 consecutive quarters of contraction, therefore meeting the technical definition of recession. However, Canada still had an employment growth and export rebound. So some economists believe that you need to see other things, such as job losses as well, on top of the quarters of contraction to call what's happening a recession. Next, we have a trough, which occurs when the production and employment reach their lowest level. Sometimes the economy reaches a trough called depression, and it becomes a difficult period of economic decline. Expansion is a stage where the economy begins to grow again, and the expansion of wages, employment, and profits begin. Between the years of 2001 and 2007, a huge expansion and prosperity occurred. Lastly is the peak stage. This is the highest part of the business cycle, where the economy stops expanding and begins contracting. Now, what is the purpose of a business cycle? It helps people understand what is occurring in economies around the world. It demonstrates whether an economic system is viable or incorrect. If in a business cycle there is much growth and development, then it is beneficial. But if there is great decline, then it's a failure. In some economic systems, such as capitalism, there is a period of boom and bust, and these constant fluctuations kind of represent human psychology, where we go through periods of happiness and sadness. Both of them go up and down. The government also looks to the business cycle as one of the factors in basing its economic policy, such as monetary and fiscal policy. The business cycle is a huge factor that helps companies and governments understand how to make decisions. Now, remember the economist Karl Marx? Marxism is the political and economic theories he created, which developed to form the basic theory and practice of communism. So Marxist interpreters believe that business cycles will always be permanent in a capitalist system, where non-Marxist interpreters view business cycles as being rooted in investment and independent business ownership. Other cool facts, and did you know this? The first evidence of a documented business cycle in Canada was from 1854 to 1857. Also, Canada and the United States have had very similar business cycles since 1945, which is right after World War II. A typical wave pattern of a business cycle with all 4 phases usually lasts between 3.5 to 7 years. We hope you learned more about the business cycles. Thank you for watching.